our worst half of football that we played all year. Some of it was due to the quality of our opponent, and some of it was self-inflicted wounds. We talked about having to start fast, and we give up the long kickoff return, and they score, and then third down, we fall down, we got a big play, and just everything kind of had a snowball effect. And the next step in the evolution of our football program and our football team is learning what it takes to win on the road. And when you play on the road, you're responsible for creating your own momentum. You're responsible for creating your own opportunities. And obviously, we did not do that in any way, shape, or form in the first half, and that's very disappointing. Second half, I thought our kids showed some grit. I thought they showed some fight, but just didn't play winning football in all areas. Dropped passes, lost leverage. Football plays, lost leverage is a killer to playing good defense. A number of times we had lost leverage football plays that lended itself into big football plays. So, our kids are very prideful. This football program is very prideful, and we'll come back. But just very disappointing. Alabama's a very, very good football team. But again, I didn't think we played very well today. So I'll answer your questions.
Butch, was Worley unable to go in the second half? Was that injury? And why was Dobbs the guy that you put in?
He could have went, but he was a hard time throwing the ball with any velocity at all. And so, instead of risking further injury, we went with Josh. And I thought under the circumstances, I'll know when I see the film, but I thought Josh did some really good things for us. Throwing the ball, I thought he was, for the most part, accurate. And he managed the offense. And for a true freshman coming into this environment, was very proud of the way he handled circumstances.
Coach, it looked like he changed plays a couple times, didn't throw any interceptions. I mean, for him to have that kind of command, was that pretty impressive in this environment?
I thought he had great command presence, and Josh is extremely intelligent. He's very bright. He's very competitive. And so those were valuable reps moving forward, but he did get us in the right plays. The 1/3 and short, he did a great job. So I thought his overall command for a true freshman playing for the first time, again, in this environment, I thought he did well.
Which, how far has he kind of come from August where he was when he kind of first got here and until now?
He's come a long way. His accuracy's improved. His arm strength continues to improve. His command presence, his leadership, so he continues to improve, just like Riley Ferguson continues to improve. And, a lot of our freshmen, there's a couple times I looked out there, and you have true freshmen at quarterback and three true freshmen, whether it's wideouts, tight ends, and redshirt freshmen. So, valuable experience today.
Which, when you talked about the first half, did you feel like your guys were ready to play there, and it was just missed opportunities, or why?
I think it's learning what it takes to play on the road. They're Alabama. To their credit, has been a fast start football team. We spoke about that all week. And, you can't make mistakes. Every mistake you make against a good football team is magnified. And Alabama's a great football team. And the results speak for themselves. That's why they're number one in the country. And we didn't help them. We didn't help our own cause. And you can't give up. It's inexcusable to give up a long kickoff return. Lost leverage football plays, getting off the field on third down, big plays, possessing the ball on offense. We didn't perform.
Butch, how concerned are you about Worley's injury moving forward? Also, you had to play most of the first half without Brian Randolph. What's the concern level, I guess, there?
Well, Mo, I'm concerned about a lot of things. I'm concerned about our performance. I'm concerned about being a beat-up football team. But the one thing I'm not concerned about is the resiliency of our players. They've been resilient, week in and week out, and we'll bounce back, and we're going to come to work tomorrow, and we're going to work to be a better football team. We got to get to a bowl game, and that's what we're pushing towards each and every day. And I challenged our seniors, I challenged our leadership, and you have to learn from it. It's unfortunate. I'm not used to these, and so you learn from it and you move on. So we'll bounce back.
You have Brian Randolph and Byron Moore both.
Yes.
Can you update those guys?
Byron Moore right now is an ankle sprain. Brian Randolph is a shoulder. We'll know a little bit more probably tomorrow and into Monday. But, that's catastrophic in your back end. You lose all your safeties.
Coach, you may not be able to answer yet, but do you know if Justin will be able to practice? By the way,
We
have to
anticipate
evaluate.
him being able to practice, yes. But, so much happens over the course of 24, 48 hours. But as of right now, we expect him to be full go next week.
What made Dobbs the choice to go over Ferguson? Is Ferguson dinged up at all, or Dobbs had practiced better, or what?
Just coach's decision.
Was that, you said you challenged the seniors in the leadership there after the game. I mean, I guess they responded after Oregon. Do you believe they'll respond? I mean, what's the challenge moving forward?
The challenge moving forward is to stay focused on the task at hand. We said, this is going to be a process. It's not going to be fixed. It's not going to be turned overnight. To focus on the process, and everything else will take care of itself. This is just one more step in the process. And it's learning week in, week out in this great football conference, the mental effort, the mental intensity, the accountability that you have to make sure that you bring your A game each and every week. Understanding what it is to go on the road, the difference in preparation, the mentality that you must have, all those things. Teams learning how to win. And we didn't play winning football today. And we always talk about understanding what it takes to play winning football. Every individual in this football program, from starting with myself to the coaches to everyone, is accountable to each other, and accountable to bring their best game on game day, and that starts in practice. And they understand that. They understand the foundation. They understand the standard and expectations in our football program.
Which I know you probably want to go back and look at it, but on those 2 kickoff returns they had that got here, passing the field, what did you see on those? Was it a misassignment? Was it a good job by them?
Well, it started, everything is about ball placement. When you kick the ball in the middle of the field, and anytime you do that, you're behind right now. And so we had a little bit of a misplaced kick, and then we got to rally and get the ball down. Now no more, getting off blocks and tackling in space. And, we knew they were an extremely talented kickoff return team. The returners, very, very good. So everything had to line up from kick placement to winning your one-on-one matchup. So I'll see more when I watch the film.
The other side of that, Devin Young had a pretty decent
Yeah,
game.
I thought Devin Young really stepped up today. He had some big returns, and we challenged our entire kickoff return unit this week. And it was great to have Devin back there. He provided another spark for us. So, there's bright spots. That was one of the bright spots. I really liked the way Devin competed and brought what we're used to having, a little bit of a spark to our kickoff return team.
Coach, irregardless of Justin's health, did Josh do enough to kind of warrant a long look at getting more playing time?
Absolutely. I thought he did some good things. As you can see, he adds another element in terms of making plays with his legs. And so I look forward to going back and really watching it. But I thought with the circumstances, he did some really good things.
Which some of those quick plays on the perimeter, it looked like that was some of the stuff from Florida, Oregon early in the season, but it had gotten better. Was there anything Bama did differently?
Tackling, getting off blocks, tackling in space. That's what it comes down to, is tackling and getting off blocks.
Butch, now that you've played them both, can you compare Oregon and Bama?
I knew that was coming. I don't like to compare football teams. I'm more concerned about our football team. I know that they're both very, very talented football teams. But to be honest with you, every minute I spend thinking about that takes away from the development of our football team. So I'm just worried about Tennessee. But they're both great football teams and both very well coached football teams.
Thanks, guys.